Going on? This is Andre Sweeney, the Life Specialist. Welcome to the Get a Life Show, the show that gives you the tools and principles necessary for an outstanding life. Today's segment is called The RIP, Real Interventions for People, and today I need to intervene in your life. Today I want to rip up a subject called function leeches. You say, what's that? What's a function leech? Well, a function leech is a person who comes to everybody's function, whether it be a graduation open house, a birthday party, a wedding reception, any type of situation of that nature where you come to celebrate someone and you're supposed to bring them something. But instead, what a function leech does is, instead of bringing something, they come, eat up all the food, and then they leave. Now, I can't stand this kind of person. If it's a person's birthday, you're supposed to bring them a gift. If it's a person's graduation, you're supposed to bring them a gift. If it's a person's wedding reception, you're supposed to bring them something. You're not supposed to come with you and 50 million kids, come eat up all the meatballs, come eat up all the macaroni and cheese, come drink up all the juice, and then take your fat self home. That ain't what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to bring them something. The whole point is to go celebrate and send that person off with something. If a person is getting married, you're supposed to send them off with a gift that's going to benefit them. If it's a person's birthday, you're supposed to celebrate that person by giving them a gift that celebrates their birth. If it's a graduation, you're supposed to send that graduate off, whether it's off to college or whether the person's graduated from college and off into the real world. Now listen, I'm a youth pastor, and we youth pastor in two cities, in Flint and Saginaw. We have a lot of young people from the age of birth to 21. And trust me, everybody wants and expects us to come to their functions. I know it can get very expensive trying to always buy someone something when you're a part of a lot of people's lives. And even I sometimes can't always afford it. But you can at least buy a card. A card at least says, hey, I recognize your special day. I recognize what your accomplishments are, and I appreciate you. It at least invokes a thought of happiness towards that person, of gratitude. It at least says, I care. It at least says, hey, I'm bringing something to the table as opposed to coming to your party and eating everything in sight and then taking a hike. If you're going to go to a person's party, even if you can't afford it, at least bring your card. At least say, hey, I recognize you. Words of thought, jotting down, I love you, I appreciate you, I'm glad to be in your life, that takes no money. And oftentimes, it feels just as good. If you can't bring something, at least bring a card. But have some common sense. Stop going to everybody's function and leeching off them and sucking them dry and eating all their food and then busting up and leaving. It's not right. It's not the right thing to do. That's very ignorant and it's classless. This is Andre Sweeney, the Life Specialist, and I'm here to tell every leech to get a life.